Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first episode on the Unknown Crafter server. I am Lord of Ring 07, and I will be showing you around the server tonight, and then we'll be heading back to the underground pit of chests that I'm working on right now. So first, we're going to start with a little bit of a tour. I'm going to head off to... I can't pronounce the person's name, Corillo Snake or something like that. Let me get onto the powered rail here so I can get going. Plop, 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 plop. Ah, lava. Most amusing sound ever. Plop. Plop, plop, plop. Plop. Okay. It's like it's trying to talk to me. And here we are here at their portal. Let's go ahead and hop through it. Oh, it looks like we finally built a path over. Okay. And this is just their big open area, or big area. Here, let me go into creative here so I can fly over and give you a grand view of it. Kind of huge, honestly. Bigger than I was expecting when they first built it. As it was just mostly where the glass starts. Grass. Peak well, where the glass starts, back to the edge. But as you can see, it's gotten a lot bigger now that they've had a chance to work on it, and I've helped them out with it. Because this is why. Let me head inside here. Door. Okay, so here's their bottom floor here. Looks like they got a melon farm going right here. Netherwort. Spuds. And some carrots. I was gonna say some wheat, but that's a lot of wheat. Reeds and or sugarcane, depending on who you ask. Pumpkins. Beacon. Weather control that I put in. Just because invariably it starts raining when there's someone else on the server besides one person. Incinerator. Okay, so that's their place. Really not much to it, it's just a big giant box. Oh, I was going to show you something else. So, yeah, built a storage area for them. But instead of just, let's make straight lines out of everything, I just decided to be a little bit funny and make it spiral around so that once you get into the middle here, you can't really get out except for going the same way you came. So it's kind of like a little maze. If turning one direction is a maze. Anyway, let's head back out of here. Hey, look, the end. Well, not the end, but, you know what I mean. Pip, 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 pip. And then we're going to go back into the nether. And we're currently in peaceful creative mode right now on most of the server. I just wanted to see how long it would actually take to get here without creative mode on. So let's... How come I was in survival? But we had a map fail. If you caught the old video before I took it off, where I was talking like really low like this, it wasn't quite the best of videos, but that whole map got lost when the backup that I tried to reload didn't reload correctly. So we built anew, and this is what we've got. And just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Austin, Texas, and here's our little nether storage here, right off the hub. But yeah, I'm from Austin, and a couple of our players are from here in the States, and we've got one from Mexico also. We're a small server, whitelisted, but small. And away we go. And we're heading to Misty 05's house right now, which is kind of interesting design. It's spheres. And from there we have a quick access to my place via command blocks. And for the record, I hate pressure plates. But first, let me give you a flyover of this place, and then we'll go inside and take a look around. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's nothing but spheres. And this wasn't snow before, but we had some fun with World Edit when I had it on the server, and I found this command, which doesn't work right now because I don't have World Edit on here because of 1.4, and not having a current version of Craft Bucket for it. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to be going back to it because there's so many other ways to build these awesomeness of the spheres than just using World Edit. So yeah, I like these new sounds that these half slabs have. The little creaky sound kind of makes it interesting to walk around. In case you're wondering why my movements are all jerky, I'm using a laptop mouse because my normal mouse, the angle I was holding it at was making it hurt. My hand hurt. So here we are in our reed farm and or sugarcane farm. As you can tell, it's pretty unique as it's got a whole sphere dedicated to it. These ladders are loud. And believe it or not, the tops of these are actually, oh, well, maybe not on this one. But the glass was snowed over because you make it snow in one area and the whole biome just starts snowing, even though it's a desert biome, which I kind of thought was interesting. Here's a melon farm, which is pretty nice. Entirely automated. Eh, let's let that catch up here. And it's kind of hard to pick up all the melons here, but excuse me. But yeah, so this is just her melon farm. It's pretty nice. It's pretty convenient. So yeah, let me head back upstairs here. Ooh, oops. Ended up with a stack of melon from somewhere. We're gonna just fly up and out the exit here. And then lastly, we have redstone development back here, research and development. Oops, I ended up back in habitation. And there's signs posted around, but I don't read them. Research and development. Kind of a creative way to say, I'm a library. That's just pretty much what this whole place is. It's just a nice little library. And down here at the very bottom is an enchanting area. And I have nothing on me to mess around with it. And there's a quick way up, it looks like. Nope. Okay. Well, there's a quick way up. I'm trying not to fly as much as I can because we'll hopefully next time I record we'll be back on survival mode fully, and I won't be able to fly. So I don't want to get in the habit of using it if I'm not going to have it all the time. Hey, was that a hole? Oh, interesting. So my next step is to head over to my place, which as you can see here is on this little map, which, let me go hit this button back here. This command block takes me right over to my place, right up top. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the inside tour done here, and then we'll head outside and take a flyover of the place, and then I'll head back into the nether for another little trip. So we have a little anvil over here, another chest, I mean, yeah, nether chest, ender chest, a map, and a nice pickaxe I picked up from the anvil. Some brewing stations, some furnaces, crafting tables. This is really just my crafting area. And a bed! This is my sleeping area and the way out. This is a food farm that I'm still kind of working on developing, as I've got potatoes and wheat. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Then over here, we've got a redstone lab, which I'm not doing too much with right now. I just want an area to mess around with redstone in, and figured we'd vary the textures up here and make it different. Well, all in all, the only thing that was done pre-made was the pyramid itself, because I did use World Edit for that. But the rest of it I did actually build out, and it looks pretty nice. I'm actually pretty proud of this whole area. And over here we've just got some storage, redstones type stuff here, which I'm reading wrong. There we go. It's on the opposite side of it. So redstone in there. I think this is just a catch-all type thing, not just iron. It's emeralds and all that stuff. Nothing in that one. Tools in this one. Although I only think I've got a few. Hey! I was playing around with the anvil. That's what it was. It's like, someone left me pickaxes. And this is just like a little message box, because I came up here one day and there was a couple of books in it that didn't make much sense when I tried to read them. So we're going to take the ladder down. So if you saw the old video, I had this sky pyramid over the swamp biome in that map. Well, this time I went out to the sea and started to build. This is just going to be another storage area, most likely. I might put some other hidden gems down here for people to find the hard way. Not too sure yet. Leave a comment if you decide to, if you can help me decide what I can do down there. Then I've got my little incinerator right here. If if you haven't seen one of these before, I mean, they're pretty common. I just don't know if this design is or not. You just throw stuff in the lava, and it's gone for good. I just got a couple dispensers with lava buckets on both sides here, and it's how I keep my inventory clean. Love these corner steps. So we're going to take fly here, and we're just going to do a low flyover. Sheep! Speaking of sheep, I need to feed my sheep. I haven't done that in a while. Then over here we've got a few chickens. And because they're little escape artists, I had to make a little too wide area here just to make sure I can corral them, because they like to escape. Pigs. If you guys have any names for any of these critters that I've got, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I might start referring to them as them. Just some cows and cows and cows. And they do have an interesting sound there now. So you actually breathe. Ah, we want to go down. And then down here is a little observation area and what's probably going to become my mine axis in the future. As I've kind of made a hole. So yeah, let's go ahead and take to the skies and turn the rain off so it doesn't make it too hard to fly here or here. Wow, that was loud. And that's only 16%, so that's unusual. But here's my area, which let me turn on slow cam or whatever it's called when you hit F9. Or was it F8? Yeah, F8. So yeah, just a little sky pyramid is what it started out being. And I go, you know what? This thing needs things coming out the side, and that made my 4 rooms. Then I decided, well, they need support, so there's those, things right down there. Then it was, well, I need something connecting between them all to make sure I don't have stuff spawning, so that's that gold bar down there on all sides, and the diamond blocks up here to make sure I can keep stuff free of critters and other various mobs that might want to do me harm. And then, of course, farms, which I came up with the idea of, well, I've got these corners over here, let's put them to use. So me and Misty05 built those. And then we decided, well, I decided that I didn't want sand because, well, someone could easily just come along one day and dig out for the bottom of my place, and I would have nowhere to stand. So yeah, and that pool was supposed to be my landing area, but as you can see, the ladder's on the wrong side entirely for me to use that. So, such is life. All right, let's go back into another portal here, and I'll show you the hub area that we have on the surface world. And yeah, using these nice cobblestone walls here and glowstone blocks to make my walls of my tunnel here. I believe I did see that idea somewhere else, but I'm not too sure where. And then every 20 blocks there's a gold row here. And then at every 10 I have a double wide iron block row. Except for here, it's kind of a little messed up because of Misty and I are sharing a tunnel, but that's just because it was easier because of where her portal came in at to just do that route here. And then down here we've got some lava for decoration and provide lighting. And then let's go ahead and hop through here. So here's my little spawn house here, because I'm going to move spawn over to here once I remember to do it with NTB edit or something, and that way it just makes more sense. And I like storage. Lots and lots of storage. Funny story, I was building this and I had this villager just come flying. We don't know where from, but he just came flying into there. I was kind of, where'd you come from? Because there's no villages nearby. As far as we could tell, he wasn't even in a tree, chilling like they tend to do. Because then he would have been able to get out, and we didn't break any trees for him to get out of around that area. Yeah, came down here. This is Misty 05's area that she's working on. Came down here, and this place was flooded. So I put these signs out and called them water stoppers, so that she has water access, but nothing weird's going on, and flooding any areas of people's houses, because that's not fun. So yeah, and we're gonna go over in here. So this is gonna be the Wizard's Tower. Not too sure what we're gonna do with it yet. Just decide to build one because they look cool. And it decided the design I was borrowing off of decided you needed to use wool for the roof, but I figured wool isn't the smartest of ideas. So I used gold blocks. And then yeah, there's a little side tower here that you can go into, and which I'm thinking about using this for like a trading area or just something real simple. But and then we've got down here, which is an area I'm working on. Gonna make some storage down here. I've seen the idea on Dalsey's channel, but he got it from, wow, that sound just ruined my train of thought there. He got the design off of Etho, but I'm also trying to figure out how to make it to where I can have the pistons come up and down to seal the area off, and then block off item frames so that you can still see what's in there, but when it's all closed up, you don't see the item frames. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that, make it look nice and clean. Maybe I'll put item frames back there to where you kind of have to glance between the chests so you can see them, but they're still there. You can still reference them. Let me try that real quick here. I don't think I'd even be able to see those, but let's see here. Nope. Well, you can if you move over, but it still leaves the question of which ones does this go in? Does it go in the one on the right or the one on the left? And that really doesn't make it much sense to have item frames right there. So what I might just stick to is the good old-fashioned sign and put arrows marking which ones are in which. Like, let's say here, let me grab a sign real quick. I'm sure this is, all old news for most of you guys with this design, because I'm sure a lot of you do watch other people. But, you do, for what I was thinking here. Let me get this out here. And, whoa, can't type. And do something like that there. Yeah. But, that's always a possibility. Anyway, I'm just showing you around tonight. I hope to do more of these videos in the near future, but tonight was just a little tour and to test my recording setup, which I hope I finally gotten working, as this is like the 4th try of doing it here in the past week. Whereas that first video was just a fail, but yeah, thank you for watching and keep Minecrafting.